Thank you guys for coming to watch my presentation. My presentation is on saving forest habitats. And the problem is that there is a pine beetle epidemic in Colorado. And millions of acres of pine trees are being killed by these pine beetles and destroyed across the state. So my solution is to spray the mass spray the pine trees against pine beetles. Some history: in 2008, 1.5 million acres were deforested by these pine beetles, and in 2013, 264,000 more acres were killed. The spraying season starts in April to July, and sometimes you have to spray earlier depending on how early the pine beetles come out, and the spraying is 99% effective. So what's in it? These are the three main chemicals. Some are more toxic than others. Some can get into groundwater and things, so there are preventative ways to keep this from happening. But this is just, a warning, kind of. The symptoms, basically, this is what it looks like, where the pine beetles burrow into the trunk, and it just, all the water goes out of the tree, and so it makes sap to try and stop this, and it basically just bleeds out. So the woodpeckers also feed on the trees, which it leaves marks, and you can tell that there's beetles inside the bark because of the woodpecker traces, dust from the beetles burrowing, things like that. Some benefits: so this is where deer comes in. It provides a living area for deer, these pine trees do, around our state and across, national parks and things. Plants in the ecosystem would actually benefit from this because deer congregate in places like national parks, and they are overpopulated in these areas because this is where the trees are sprayed. So if we spray other trees, then the deer population will kind of spread out and not be so overpopulated in little areas. Deers rub their antlers on these trees. It's part of a growing process to get the velvet off their antlers. And it just improves the whole balance of the ecosystem, pretty much. Other animals come back, to hunt them, things like that. So where are we going to get the money? Government is in charge of all this money pretty much, but the organizations like this one right here decide what to do with the money, and so we just need to to make sure that they know that this is a huge problem and that we need to solve it. So $30 million go to the U.S. Forest Service, which is this company right here, and also national parks fund their own spraying of pine trees. The cost, depending on the strength and effectiveness of the spray, it's $5 to $20 per tree. This is for landowners, and for mass spraying per acre, it's $22 to $25. Other controls for pine beetles are things like woodpeckers. Cold temperatures can kill them off. Bark being peeled off will leave larvae out in the open, and so they can't survive and they die. And also, water trees are less susceptible because they have more water to protect them and not bleed out, basically. And then why do we care? Because our beautiful state is home to all of these animals, and we have these thriving forests where we find deer, and this is why we have to protect these trees. They provide shelter for a diverse group of animals, including these deer. Millions of people visit places like national parks where they spray trees, and that's why these deer congregate there. And then also like we need oxygen to survive. So yeah, that's it. Well, it's not excellent, but that's it. Do you guys have any questions?
I do.
Okay.
Can I ask some
Yes.
questions? So, are they spraying now? Is that one of the things they're doing?
So they are spraying in certain areas, but it's not massively enough to not lose more trees, basically.
So why are they not? Why are they doing it only in a limited way? Do you know?
Because we don't have the funds for it.
It's the funding, really? Wow.
Millions of dollars.
Yes.
So do you know why since 2008 we had like 1.6 million trees killed, and then in 2013 they had 267,000 trees killed. Do you know why there's a decrease?
Because like once we, it's a percentage. So basically, once you kill off like a ton of trees, and
They don't have.
they don't have, so they just kill off what they have left.
So we have a lot less trees.
Yes, we do.
Do you know what's like replacing, like where the trees have died? I think there's some others that are coming in. Do you know what those are? It's good because is it the ponderosa that are affected by the?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and I know that they are planting, and taking out all of the wood and cutting down all these dead trees and then planting new ones, but a lot of it is going to become aspen forests, which before deer specifically need pine trees to survive. So.
Have you estimated what the total cost would be to protect the forest?
No.
What? Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, well, thank you.
Oh, we were being recorded?